We all go to the beach to soak up some sun, but how about soaking up some spirituality? Hello everyone, and welcome to Little Known LA, where we show you hidden gems in some of the world's best known locations. I'm Sita, thanks for joining us. Well, in Southern California, you can find some of the most beautiful coastline in the world, and in Rancho Palos Verdes, you can also find Wayfarers Chapel. And here, worshiping a higher power and worshiping nature are one and the same.
Don't think of this as our nickname, the Glass Church. Think of it as a tree chapel. If you think of this as a tree chapel, then you get more of a feel of what the chapel's about. It's a sacred space within a grove of trees where people can come and worship.
Wayfarers Chapel was built in 1951 for the Swedenborgian Church, a Christian denomination dating back to 1792. The church follows the work of Emanuel Swedenborg, a Swedish scientist who believed in the interconnectedness of all life.
We look at life as a process of growth and development. The highest form of prayer is an active and useful, loving life focused on people.
You don't need to be a member of the church to visit. You don't even need to be a Christian. You just need to be a wayfarer, which all of us are.
Wayfarers are travelers. This morning you traveled here. You are a wayfarer. So enjoy being a wayfarer, because that's what we are. And so it's a place where the traveler can come. Early on in the history of the peninsula, there wasn't the freeways and so on, so it was almost an all-day drive out here. So the Wayfarers Chapel became a place where the traveler could come. On a more deeper level, we are all travelers on the journey of life. So here was a church specifically focused on a place where the spiritual wayfarer, the seeker, could come to worship, pray, give thanks to God for a beautiful day. And there's always a beautiful day at Wayfarers Chapel.
And celebrating journeys like weddings, baptisms, and memorials are open to everyone. The future site of the chapel was donated in the 1930s, and to serve the people of the church, a structure that complemented the surroundings would only be appropriate. But original architect Ralph Jester struggled with his design.
The original vision was a Spanish mission type structure, again, one of the missions that people could stop by. But he did not really feel that his design really fitted the situation. So he asked his friend, Lloyd Wright. So he said, Lloyd, submit a design. Well, shortly following World War II, Lloyd Wright was driving through the northern redwoods of California. And he stopped at a little restaurant for lunch, and as he was having lunch, he looked up through the skylight. And he saw these majestic redwood trees growing up and then arching overhead like a natural cathedral. And he was so inspired by that he said, if I ever have a commission to build a church, this will be my inspiration. It's a pretty far cry from a Spanish mission style church. It's pretty radical. I mean, it's radical. It seems radical even now. Was it well received? Very well received. Again, the nature, the site, all blended in, and being open to much of the symbols and biblical symbols struck a real responding chord in Swedenborgians.
One thing the chapel is not open to is development. The denomination owns the 3.5-acre property, and the Palos Verdes Land Conservancy protects the surrounding area.
So there's no chance that, like, Donald Trump is building a hotel behind the church?
No,
well, thank goodness for that.
we will not get Trumped out.
It's good to know.
Wayfarers Chapel is a vision for everyone to see, a sacred place where nature and organic architecture unite. And for Reverend Harvey Taffel, there's still a thrill in coming here every day for the last 40 years.
My wife says I have the most beautiful working conditions in the world, and I agree with that.
Well, that's going to do it for us here on Little Known LA, where we show you hidden gems and some of the world's best known locations. I'm Alexis Sita. We'll see you next time.